take one. You can't edit or anything.
Yeah, I can edit.
Hello, my name's Guy Woolfenden. I'm a composer and conductor, and I live in a little village called Sibford Ferris in Oxfordshire, but more importantly for me, it's 18 miles away from the wonderful Royal Shakespeare Theatre in Stratford-upon-Avon, where Shakespeare was of course born. I worked there for 37 years as music director, head of music and a sort of house composer. And quite a lot of my wind band music, I've written something like 15 major works for wind band, but quite a lot of it is based on themes and tunes that I wrote originally for the Royal Shakespeare Theatre, not in the case of Mockbeggar Variations. I'm quite famous for choosing rather difficult, catchy names for my pieces. One of them is called Illyrian Dances, which is sort of based on Twelfth Night, which is set in the mythical country of Illyria. Another one's called Gallimorphry, a word which I could talk about for 5 minutes, but I won't waste your time. Where did I get Mockbeggar from? Well, it's got nothing to do with Shakespeare. The piece was commissioned by Berkshire County Youth Band in England, and I couldn't think of a title, but I found out that all the letters I had to write were to something called Mockbeggar House, which is where the Berkshire County Youth Band and Music Service had their offices. So that's what I called it. And I decided to write a theme and variations, something I haven't done very often. So it's an entirely original theme, nothing to do with Shakespeare, and I wrote most of it in this house where you can see that I'm working now on another wind band piece. But my wife insisted that she needed a holiday, and so did I. And it was in the summer that we went to Switzerland in Les Alpes des Chaux, and I finished the piece there, and all went well except for the fact that every day at strange moments like dawn we had about 40 cows right outside the chalet who rang their bells unbelievably loud, which prevented me from working very hard. That also happened to a much more famous composer, Gustav Mahler, but his wife was so upset that he was going not to be able to finish his piece that she went out and put felt round all the clappers on the bells, so they kept very quiet while he was... I didn't have that luxury, but I still managed to finish the piece. I'll just play you the theme, which curiously in the performance is split between... It's a stupid word to use for wind instruments, isn't it? Split, particularly trumpets. But it's divided between lots of solo instruments. And it's very simple, but it allows itself to be manipulated in variations. Some of them quite jazzy, I have to say. How do you get that to shift? Shifted.
Don't ask me.
You're not taking this.
Of course I am.
Well, no, this is ludicrous. Because this isn't what I'm working on. This is complete, utter waste of time. It's got unused navigator.